just hold on to it. Time is on your side with the plants. And so right now we are in season one with one tree. This will be one tree example. That one tree is going to be harvested every 45 days or so. So you might end up getting about 10 harvests in there. And you might do a lot more in the summer versus a little bit less in the winter, right? So a lot of your harvest might be stacked up in the summer and then light in the winter as that tree maybe goes dormant or slows down. And then from that one tree, you'll get about, say, 10 grams from that one tree throughout the whole year. So that one tree gets cut back, you get like a couple leaves, dry it. Then you put it out into the hedge and you cut it back and then you dry that. You stack that up, stack that up, stack that up. At the end of the year, then that one tree has a baggie worth of powder. Season two, now it's out in the field, whether it might be a orchard tree or a hedge tree. And now that same tree is producing about a pound. So each harvest now, you're getting maybe about an ounce to 2 ounces, to where you get about 16 ounces or 1 pound from that one tree. And then in season three, every harvest, almost pretty much, you could essentially be getting about a pound. Now, this is why I'm jumping into this, is because Ron was asking about the discrepancies between, 2 pounds or 5 pounds. And, it does depend on how many you harvest, how many times you harvest, your location, the amount that you're fertilizing. It could be in the range of 2 pounds to 5 pounds per tree, with a lot of different variables. Spacing is a big variable. Like this could only really happen to, say, like an orchard tree, like a tree in the orchard, because this is getting the space. So then we're now up to maybe 3 to 5 pounds for the whole year off of this one tree. So by the third year, this one tree is, let's just make it 4. We'll make it 4 pounds in the middle. And retail, that's 40. So that's $160 per tree. And then let's just say we have about 400 of those as an orchard tree. And retail, that's about $64,000. In the ideal place, one tree, or sorry, this would be 400 trees in about 1 acre, doing loose leaf or powder. Last night, we did some numbers with one of our members. She came in, she had signed up the other day. She came through and she's got a nice property, about 10 acres or so in Sebring. So she does 5 acres are bamboo. 5 acres of her property are bamboo. And she sells the bamboo leaves, she sells the sticks, and she sells the bamboo plants. And she was asking about particular number in the book that said something along the lines of making about $160,000 an acre. And that could be true if you're doing something like the biostimulant. And we have an opportunity actually to team up with Jacobo even more. He wants to build the biostimulant facility here on site, but it would be under lock and key. Essentially, I would have to sign a non-disclosure agreement, and I probably wouldn't be able to talk about any of the processes that happen with making it, because he has it under patent, and and would sign something to make sure that his formula stays under wraps. That's just how he's operating. That's how he wants to protect his family for future revenue and wealth. And it's a part of kind of like how society is run today with patents and things like that. It protects certain things. So however way you feel about it, I'm much more of like an open source kind of guy, but there has to be some sort of reason, and I'm interested in finding out what it is. It's mostly just the ingredients, the process itself, like the process itself is probably just mostly what's the patent about is, on this day we have to do this, on this day we have to do that, on that day we have to do this, and then by this day we have to do that. And it's just a process that he's patenting. And as much I may be able to talk about how we make it at home, there's a different process that's being done in order to bottle it. There's preservatives, there's sugars, there's a special way to make it so that way it can be bottled and still effective for the person using it maybe 6 months to a year later. There's a special formula that keeps those microorganisms alive. And I'm sure not only the process is very special and unique, but also more so, Jacobo is a industrial engineer, and he also designed and built all the machines that does it. And so he keeps that under lock and key too. And so it's just a part of his business. And one of the reasons why maybe he's as successful as he is because he's held it close to his chest. He's protected himself. And he's also like been able to create a business out of it because he consults with farms all over the world. And those farms essentially consult with him and hire him to install and build those machines on their farm. So another big part of our income stream could be when these growers graduate from backyard growers to maybe more larger scale growers, that they're looking for that turnkey. They want the machines and everything. And we have machines that we could build on site and the materials and the designs and everything to build on site to have a turnkey farm like this, maybe in a couple months. Have you guys ever heard of Green Dreams? Have you ever heard of Green Dreams? His name is Pete Canaris. He lives in Spring Hill. If you look him up, he's a friend of ours. And he was also on Growing Your Greens. And he is like a landscaper, and they do a lot of food forest design and installs. At least they did when they didn't have a store. He actually just bought a property and has been building a nursery location in kind of like the Spring Hill, Brooksville area. And he blew up on YouTube over the last 10 years or so. And he has a very successful channel and a very successful landscaping business. And he supplies plants, lots of food. Like he has supplied millions of dollars worth of plants to customers and grown his business exponentially because he sources organic, like grafted plants, and he's also very tied in with other growers in the area, so he'll film them, and he's just a really good content creator and a model for being able to design and implement food forests like this, but like the way he did, but more so with a goal in mind of setting this person up for a productive Moringa farm.